Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle, and here we go. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
The great playmaker João Neves is very comfortable with the ball at his feet, Peter, and good at resisting pressure, protecting the ball. He's going to be key if the manager is asking his players to get the ball out of defence at that high tempo.
Asa! Well, now it's a race for the ball. That's an imaginative pass. Deep through, and it's met face to face with the keeper. Takes a shot! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Indonesia are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Flashes it across. Serginho crossed into the box. Threads one in. Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, important interception. He's gone for goal! Oh, he's really drilled it. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Climbs up big! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Zanetti, played in. Hakimi, and it's Rijkaard.
Indonesia are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And Hakimi, and it's Inzaghi. Linton. Serginho. It's Asa! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Hazard powering forward here. Inzaghi! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And it's Figo. Pass somewhat off target.
That's so good and so often seen nowadays. Don't give them time to think on the ball.
Linton. Now that looks a decent ball. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Azar. Tries a shot! And another try! Yeah, he's fouled him there. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. So, power or guile, what's it going to be?
We could be looking at a game-changing moment.
Serginho shapes to shoot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Serginho has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
He's picked his way through. Zanetti does really well to win the ball there. Zanetti, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Looking for the run. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Now the delivery. That's a decent clearance. Couldn't squeeze it through. Serginho. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Nicely aimed pass. That's a shade optimistic. It's gone for a throw-in. That's going to go a long way. Serginho. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he has shown him a yellow card. And it's Serginho. Oh, this looks sharp. Linton. Now it's Batistuta. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. Driving, and a shot! He's got away with one there. And that'll be the last act of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Indonesia really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Just the goalkeeper. Great chance! Sticks it away! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Indonesia grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare. Goes for a shot! Serginho. Rijkaard. Serginho. Now he's got space here. Not the most accurate pass. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
Oh, that's nice. Fired deep. He rises! No, not the best of headers.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 87.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 5, il numero 20. Hazard.
Oh, good spread. Figo. Elects to cross. There's the header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Serginho. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Bastoni kept his eye on it, and he's there. No way through. And here's Makalele. Batistuta. And he shoots! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Oh, taken with style! And the game is well and truly turned on its head! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Indonesia take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear...
Ah, he's given it away! Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Now it's Azar. Makalele wins the duel this time. Now it's Azar. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability.
He's had a shot! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Hazard, just about up to 75 minutes. Hakimi tries to pass it through. Now it's Figo. That's a throw.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Played through for him. Makalele gets through on his own. Makalele is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Azar. That looks a good ball through. And he's heaved it away.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 18, Fernando Torres. Lascia il campo per il numero 7, Van Nistelrooy.
Great defending, strong and determined. Joelinton takes control of it and he's on the move. Neither of these two want to come off second best. In with the challenge. And it's Lewandowski. Can he get it through? And this is Lewandowski. Now it's Batistuta. That could spell trouble. He's away. Hazard.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Joelinton. I think we're just about done here. Distributed tidily. Played back in. Zanetti providing an outlet on that flank. Zanetti unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He's terrific header! No mistake! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
He's had it taken off him. That is not... It's Inzaghi! And that may well be that. That is that. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure.
And he shoots! Goal! Manchester United! And that's got him off to a flyer!
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching. And the finish! Goal! 2, and we've barely begun here. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Smoothly
That was
does
lovely, that.
He has found the way through.
Chance!
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, well played. Kept cool and dealt with it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.